some of the propagandas we've had before, but I think I'm going to be
are being
erasing
debunked.
all of them. Debunking all of them from my head as of this time because this is not what I expected from Russia.
Mm-mm.
Hi
Hi
guys,
guys,
welcome to Star and
Veli.
today we are going to be checking out a video from the channel American Spoontinik. The link is going to be down in the description box. And this is American veteran in Russia alone at night. Am
Am
I
I
safe?
safe?
That's the right question everybody asks whenever they are out alone in the
Is
night. Russia is
Russia
safe.
open for tourism?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. Like I told you, like the
The whole,
Western
yeah,
propaganda
oh
of
Russia.
Russia, you see it as one isolated
And it's quite
country.
propel make people feel like Russia is actually a unsafe place
For
as a foreigner to be
exactly.
in.
So that's why you see I asked that question.
So let's go.
What's up guys, American Sputnik here, back in the city of Kazan,
Sputnik.
Russia. Today's video is titled, Is Russia Safe? Well, I'm here as an American, walking the streets of Kazan, Russia, alone at night.
Oh, it's
Is
so
Russia
neat.
safe? Let's go find out. Давай, поехали.
Yeah, Russia is neat.
So
Wow,
wow.
this bridge is cool.
So we came here to the southern side of town where most people would probably not even go if they were a tourist here.
Are you
But that's
serious?
the whole point. I want to show you guys, the outskirts of town, just walking around
What
and
is
the
the
level of
outskirts?
safety here. Here's a little disclaimer. I'm not really comparing this with every city in Russia. I'm comparing this with places I lived in the United States, as well as if people are planning to tour to Russia, many people want to know if it is safe to walk around at night here. So here I am in an area that nobody would ever go to as a tourist,
Why?
Soviet era
Oh.
neighborhood. And I'm walking here alone at night as an American, and so far,
Yeah,
I
like
see
a
some
Soviet
women walking
era
by themselves,
That's what
passing
I'm
me.
seeing now.
Doesn't seem to be much of an issue. But we're going to be walking around here, and we're going to head to two other parts of town just to see. But I got to watch out, because I might run into some gopniks.
What are governments?
What are governments? And he said this is the Soviet era
Buildings.
their neighborhood.
So what
Does
does
that
that
mean
mean?
that this is like a typical Russian person that doesn't like foreigners live there? Because I'm trying to
Yeah, okay.
understand what
Kind
you
of like the
mean.
way the US have the rednecks, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I get it now. That might be what he means by gopniks.
Okay.
Even though I am kind of dressed like one right now.
Oh. So funny.
But aside from that, we're just walking the streets here. Got family walking around. Seems pretty safe.
Well, I can actually say
Couples walking
for
around.
the family to be walking around,
There's a high level of
the
safety there,
safetiness,
yeah.
So
Now, this is obviously, these are all more Soviet era apartments. This
Wow.
is off the beaten trail. That's the whole point of this channel. I'm going to be going to places off the beaten trail. I have been to Moscow and I've been to St. Petersburg, and those are great cities, and I feel very safe there. But I want to compare to cities that most Westerners have never heard of, including Americans. Kazan, obviously, no one I ever met typically doesn't have any idea what this place is.
Wow. First of all,
Here we're walking around. As you can see, it's about 11 p.m.
what?
Almost like 10:30 at night. It's pretty dead around here. There's a couple
Yeah,
people hanging around.
but you can see people
No one's
outside.
bothering me. Just chilling, walking the streets. And that's how I feel in every city I've been to around Russia. I've been to cities like Irkutsk. I've been to Krasnoyarsk, Izhevsk. Those are just a few cities I've been to off the top of my head that most people haven't heard of. And comparing to the United States, I felt a lot safer walking around at night in those cities than I did in my own.
Wow.
And if you haven't seen my channel before, you know I am from California. I live in Los Angeles. I've lived in Seattle, Washington, and just recently I was living in Colorado Springs. So, walking around there in a place like this at night, you'd probably find some homeless people maybe sleeping under this bridge
Yeah.
here. You might have...
Did you know I didn't even take note of any homeless person around? And it's very typical to see them at night sleeping.
sleeping
Oh wow.
over here is like a norm,
It's no.
a big
And
norm.
I would say for certain the city is very neat.
Yeah.
There's no
it is
lottery.
potential that you can get mugged. But here I don't feel that way at all.
Wow.
You know, this isn't the city center, as you can see. This is nowhere near it, actually. So I'm just walking down the streets, speaking English with a camera in my hand, and nobody's even looking at me. So I'm just, you know, if you plan on coming to Russia and you're worried if it's dangerous or anything like that, I mean, check out these videos, and I can tell you it's 100% not dangerous. If you're walking around as a tourist, and most of the time you're going to be in touristy areas, if you are coming, especially from the States, and no one's going to bother you. You know, I had more issues living in Colorado Springs. I used to deliver all around downtown and some other parts of towns. You know, I've had people break into my semi, steal stuff out of it, try to start stuff with me. You know, when I was making a delivery one day, right before I get pulled up to my stop, I would deliver to this courthouse. Here we got kids.
These are young teenagers, man.
I was pulling up to the
except we just
courthouse in
took you out.
Colorado Springs, broad daylight, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Cops had everything all shut down. They told me there was a shooting out here just before you arrived, and the place is closed because I delivered 7-Up to the cafes there.
Are those
So,
scooters like, are those,
Obviously,
this or black?
you know, people are getting shot in broad daylight, and it's a pretty normal thing in the United States. Here, it's not so common. I mean, things happen everywhere, but honestly, it's less common than cities in the U.S. And most
I'm so
Russians
amazed
are
at the people I'm
traveling to the
seeing
United
around.
States are planning to go to
Dead in the night.
Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, and those are places you definitely want to watch out for. But here, we're gonna head on the metro. Go check that out.
Does the metro ever closes? Like, does it close like
Or is
No.
it a 247
service?
Да,
service?
сколько стоит? Хорошо. I'm gonna buy some raspberries here.
Wow,
Да,
it's
да.
11 in the night, bro.
150?
What does 11:30?
Yes,
Хорошо.
midnight.
Спасибо. Хорошо. Got some raspberries from a lady outside the station. Here alone in the middle of the night selling raspberries.
Wow. And she's not
Here we're
bothered
walking
of
into
somebody
the metro
coming to
area.
work.
You know,
Or
and this
anything.
is, you know, in any big city in the U.S., you would see homeless people here asking
Yeah.
for money, doing something. I mean, at least someone's providing something good to sell instead of just blatantly asking for money on the street. So, a little history on the city of Kazan. It actually used to be quite dangerous back during Soviet times.
Oh.
But now, you know, things have changed a lot since then. They did have a TV show that came out about 1.5 years ago called Sloba Patsana, and it showed about the criminal gangs that used to run Kazan.
This is
But obviously, a
beautiful.
lot has changed. It's very safe here, and I do recommend watching the show. I know people who were alive during that era here and told me it was definitely pretty dangerous. But I'm gonna go through security and hop on the train. 1941 and 1945.
Wow.
Still got a lot of the 80 years of victory commemorative things around. We are still celebrating that. I was at the Dien Победы parade, the Victory Day parade for the Great Patriotic War. Go check out that video if you haven't. Here we got the metro station. It's pretty late at night, you know, there's not really many people here. We got people actually cleaning the floors.
Oh.
It's an interesting sight to see because if I were in Los
So they work
Angeles,
this late at night.
people spray painting the walls instead of cleaning the floors.
Wow.
Wow.
So as you can see, this metro station is very beautiful. They got commemorative photos of the Great Patriotic War on the wall. It's beautiful chandeliers. We are in Prospekt Победы. Well guys, I made it off the train and I didn't get mugged or I didn't see any homeless people. So public transportation is definitely safe.
I'm just
Here in
peaceful.
Russia.
Wow.
We're gonna go walk up in a more central area for you guys to see. Alright, so I'm in a different part of town now. In, oh, it's a Bauman Street. This is a more central area, obviously, more touristy spot. So it's obviously something, I guess I probably should have filmed a while ago, me living here in Kazan. But I will be showing this area a lot more in other videos. But as you can see, you got people walking the streets. You know, I don't have anyone asking me for
Like when
money.
we came out from this place, it's not even feeling like it's late. It's feeling like it's just a casual evening.
Yeah. It's just the weather that you're just going to tell, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it is
it's
late.
late.
But
Here,
altogether,
kind of
it's,
love me
it's
here.
so amazing seeing this.
It's late, again, it's late at night. You know, we got people still sewing some street art. Very cool. That's an awesome painting. There's no people camping out here in tents. There's no people using narcotics in public. And that does happen often in the US. I've seen it myself, and just recently my cousin sent me a video from Seattle of a guy smoking some substance off foil at a bus stop in front of everybody. So
That's
obviously,
crazy.
you would never see something like that happen here. Another good reason to live here. My son's gonna be raised here. He was just born here a couple
Wow.
weeks ago, so definitely feel like this is an ideal spot for him to live. A lot safer, walking around. You know, my wife and I lived in the U.S. together for 5 years. I did meet her in the U.S. And, you know, after coming here every year for a course of 5 years, in the summer, you know, we just decided this is a better place to raise our son, have a kid, start a family. You know, the level of safety is part of the reason. The main reason is our family's here, and, you know, we're really close with them, and all the political stuff is just a side bonus. As I can say, my life was actually pretty good in the U.S., but I still decided to come here. You know, I think the most important thing I needed was family and people to be around my son.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't really have much of that where I was living. I had a good job and all that, but none of that really mattered, and I'm much happier here. But yeah, I mean, it being 11 p.m., you still got people out with their kids.
Wow.
Kids riding scooters around with their family, and it's actually,
Wow.
but it's quite
Man.
safe here. And this is a more central area, which the reason I went to the more off the beaten path areas are to show that, you know, it's safe everywhere. Most people would say, oh, you're only in the city center. Well, I didn't go to the city center at first for that exact reason. And the city centers in cities in the United States usually are where the most characters hang out. Here we got, on this side, the Russian McDonald's. Vkusna и Точка. And I have been there many times. If you guys want me to make a video, leave it in the comments. I have made reels about it. But yeah, it's the Russian McDonald's after Western sanctions. And honestly, I think it's better.
No, they even got sanctions.
Some of you may disagree with that. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. But as you can see here, I don't feel like I'm gonna get mugged. I'm walking down the street, speaking English with a camera, and nobody's bothering me at all. I'm walking through this park here at night alone.
Wow. See how the park is well lighted.
Everything seems to be fine.
Look
I'm
at how
alive.
well lighted it
So if
is.
you do plan on coming to Russia, yes, it's completely safe. It's completely safe to walk around at night alone.
Sad.
Can you find problems? Yes, you can find problems anywhere. If you're looking for trouble, you can definitely find it. I'm not
That's
saying
true.
that it's impossible, but obviously if you're here, come to tour, you know, be a tourist and enjoy the beautiful history of Russia and travel around. Don't feel like you're gonna get mugged in the middle of the night walking down the street, because you definitely won't. You know, it's very uncommon, especially in, you know, places that you would normally go as a tourist, but even in this video, I went to places tourists would never go. Just to show that the level of safety here, compared to the United States, again, compared to the United States, a lot better.
Они скажи, соблюдай правила проезда вместо полицейских. Будьте взаимны.
Well guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos about my life here in Russia, as well as traveling to other cities across Russia. But for now, до свидания, y'all.
Castlevania.
Ca-
I don't really know what he said, but like, sounded so Russian. Like honestly, this is a big deal. I'm trying to confirm something. Sorry, give me a minute. I want to check when that video was,
What's up, guys?
you
American
know,
Sputnik here.
posted. That was last year, July. Mind me asking this, but I thought there was a little bit of conflict happening
Yeah.
here. But in this video, it feels like
Everything is settled
everything is normal, everything is going fine
and smooth.
and smooth.
Like, how does the war with Russia and Ukraine, affect in
A day-to-day
daily activities in Russia
Because all I can see here is that it's like nothing is even
going
going
on?
on. Like
Life still runs smoothly.
smoothly.
And I think one of my worries coming to Russia should be the war.
Exactly.
I think that is one of my major worries. But aside that, and
The city looks
some of the propagandas we've had before, but I think I'm going to be
are being
erasing
debunked.
all of them. Debunking all of them from my head as of this time, because this is not what I expected from Russia. I'm so sorry to be saying
It's
this.
extremely safe, extremely clean, extremely well lighted. Like the
And the
only
people
difference
there-
that you know with day and night is the sky.
Yeah, and people there mind their
Business.
business. They don't go around just
Harassing people. Not an ideal place to raise a child, actually,
yeah,
to be honest.
it is.
Well, thank you guys for sticking around to this part. Do not forget to tell us what you think about this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and please do well to share this video with your friends and your family. We're going to see you guys on the next one. For now, remain blessed and what?
Puka.